praise you this morning. Oh, Lord, we praise you. We magnify your name. Nobody like you, Jesus. Listen, I lift my hands total adoration unto you. You reign on the throne, for you are God and God alone. Because of you, my gaze are gone. I can sing to you this song. I just want to say that I love you more than anything. Can you say that this morning? Oh, I live. Total adoration unto you. Reign on the throne. For you are God and God alone. Because of you, my private days are gone. I can sing to you this song. I just wanna say that I love you more than anything. Let me say I love you, Jesus. Whoa. I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just wanna tell you. Stay right there and tell him more than anything, yeah. More than anything. More than rubies and diamonds, silver and gold. More than anything. Oh, Lord, I love you more. More than anything. Do you love him? And he already want to make a way, want to pick you up, want to turn you around. Can he hear you? You're telling me, Everything's gonna be alright. that the road I to leave. Let me say I don't. Come too far from
To God be the glory.
And I would like for you to turn to 2 Chronicles. I love purple too, Pastor.
Yes, ma'am.
Purple. 2 Chronicles, 18th chapter, and we're focusing on the 1st through the 3rd verse, and then put a pin over in that 28th verse, 28 through 30. Amen, when you have it. Amen. Now Jehoshaphat had riches and honor in abundance, and joined firmly with Ahab. And after certain years, he went down to Ahab to Samaria. And Ahab killed sheep and oxen for him in abundance, and for the people that he had with him, and persuaded him to go up with him to Ramoth Gilead. And Ahab, king of Israel, said unto Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, wilt thou go with me to Ramoth Gilead? And he answered, I am as thou art, and my people as thy people. I turn over to 28. So the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and will go to the battle. But put thou on thy robes. So the king of Israel disguised himself, and they went into battle. For a thought this morning, be careful of the hookup. Beware of the hookup. Be prudent of the hookup.
Come on now.
You may be seated in the presence of the Lord.
Good.
Now here we have in that 17th chapter a little history. And so let me tell you, young people, y'all gonna listen to me this morning? Amen. In that 17th chapter, Jehoshaphat, let me tell you, he's the king of the southern kingdom of Judah. And he was a young man. He was about 35 when he took the throne. The throne. And he reigned for 24 years. Now Jehoshaphat come from good breeding, because research says that he was the great-grandson of Solomon and the great-grandson of David. So he was in that lineage. He was a good man. He was a righteous man. He walked in the way of the Lord, and he kept his commandments. And he went through the nations, and he taught the people the law of God. We're talking about the Pentateuch, from Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, 5 books of law. And so God favored him. And in so doing, every time he went to battle, he won the battles because he favored God. So the people were afraid of him. You know, every time you do something and the favor of God is upon you, we kind of get jealous of people like that. They don't have a control over that. God is favoring them. You can't get mad at God's favor. And so so they became fearful of him. They brought him silver, gold, and goat, sheep, everything. Okay, just imagine he had a whole stack of good stuff. And so he didn't have a reason to want for anything else, but he did. Now it also tells us about Ahab. King Ahab was the king of the northern kingdom of Israel. And just as good as Jehoshaphat was, King Jehoshaphat, Ahab was just as wicked. He didn't honor God. As a matter of fact, he was opposed to Yahweh because they did Hebrew language during that time. So Yahweh, he opposed God. And naturally, he didn't set up any type of God's law within the people. He got rid of anybody that say, I love the Lord. Let me say it my way right there. And so we wonder, why would Jehoshaphat hook up or line with Ahab? You know, you oil and I'm water and all, they don't go together.
That's it.
Right.
Okay. But he hooked up with him. He made an alliance with him. And he made one of those that would stick because he gave his son, Jehoram, to Ahab's daughter. Let me see, Athaliah. I thought that was so pretty. Athaliah. Now, why would I mix that together? And I know Ahab was married to Jezebel. So that says plenty right there. We know he wasn't any good. Y'all can say amen. Everybody knows Jezebel. And so they hooked up. But Paul saying, do not be unequally yoked with an unbeliever. He says, what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness? Lawlessness, that's what I want to say. And what agreement has the temple of God with idols? None. None at all. And so, why would you do that? But anyway, he did. And some years later, that wasn't enough. He decides to go down to Ahab's house. Okay? And they gonna have a party. He cut up the sheep and food and everything. Just like Deacon Johnny does with the barbecue. He don't leave anything to want for it. He got the plate, everything set out. But this is the way Ahab did. And so Ahab, edged on up to King Jehoshaphat, and he said this, will you go with me down to Ramoth, Gilead, and help me overtake that northern kingdom? Because he wanted to pass more. Now, to me, that would be just like pastor saying, all right, well, no, he don't even say all right. He just gonna leave us and go help out some other minister while we're here. And build them up. No, that wouldn't be right, would it?
No.
And we would talk about him, wouldn't we? You know we would. He just left us over here. Or is just like Brother Joseph gonna leave his house and he going over to Brother Johnny's house. He gonna fix up that step over there, that fence over there for him, all right? And his house the fence need to be fixed. That's not right at all, okay? Or maybe sister gonna go here and she gonna clean up your house, okay, and fix food for your husband. And then when she come home, your husband come in and he says, honey, where's the food? Up there, get one of those TV dinners and put it in the microwave. It's okay with me. That's not right. Now that's pretty clear, isn't it? He didn't have any business going over there. Amen. So, but anyway, amen. Ahab enticed him to go, so they're gonna go to battle. But Jehoshaphat, being the man of God, y'all remember that in first that he loved the Lord and he taught the law. What it is that he said, well, let's hear from the Lord. Let's see what the Lord got to say. I admired him for that. Okay, but Ahab going to bring his 400 prophets. Do you think that God needed 400 people to say one word for him? No, he did not. But he brought his, but see, God is so awesome. God just let a lying spirit come over. So they said, go on to war. Nothing's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be victorious. You're gonna win that war. And so he was happy. But then King Jehoshaphat said, well, do you have another one? Do you have somebody else? Another man? So he said, okay, I got another one. Y'all go in there and get Micaiah. the prophet Micaiah. And so, but Ahab said, well, he always got something bad to say about me. You know, in school, say somebody do not like you, because we have that in schools today. And so they asked one of your friends, said, what about him? Or what is he doing? And he said, he's not going to say anything good about me. He don't like me anyway. Y'all relate to that? Or you might say, I don't like them. They don't like me. You know, that's just a natural thing that you would do. Anyway, he says, all right, Micaiah, what do you think? How do you prophesy? And so he said, you can go to war, but Ahab, you will be killed.
Come on.
And Israel along with you. Well, he said, I told you, he don't have anything good to say about me. And nobody want to hear somebody say, you just died. And all your family too. They don't get it. But God is so awesome. Anyway, and then Ahab tells King Jehoshaphat, now you put on your royal clothes, purple and gold, and you can, don't forget all of that. And I'm going to be in disguise.
Right.
Now your friends won't do that to you.
That's right. That's right.
But your enemy will. He can be walking right on the side of you and want death to come to you.
That's right.
I see it. I like television. Y'all know what that. I see it all the time, but it's in real life where guys will get in a car with some other guys, and you know, maybe your son is the son that has a heart and don't want to do these bad things, but he's with the group and he wants to be included. Don't ever follow. Lead, baby. Lead. Let Jesus lead you into whatever area of life. And so he disguised himself. And you know something else? We wear disguises. We got a church face, church clothes, you understand? And then we got another one when we go to work. We have a church face disguise here, and then when we go on our social life, we have a face here, and then Super Bowl. Oh gosh, I don't know what y'all say. My ears can't take what the men be saying. Super Bowl group. So, you got a face. And but wear Jesus all of the time. Anyway, they went on to war. And the king of Mount Seir, another town, okay, nation had said, don't worry about the soldiers, don't worry about the little people. Only go after that king. You know, you got a lot of mouths talking. And people are coming after you, and you're really not the one. Actually, you're the scared one. You're the scared one. And anyway, they went on to war, and so the soldiers came after them, and King Jehoshaphat remembered. He said, they coming after me, they're not going after anybody else. And he went to call, oh Lord, help me. Help me. You know how we are when something go wrong in our life, trouble is there. What we do, we pray. We call on him. Yes, we do, evangelists. We call on him. I mean, snot and everything, on our knees flat. You know, don't even know what that's about. But we flat. I heard somebody say, get prostrate. So I am calling on you, Father. So, but anyway, God intervened. God came through and he stopped him. He wouldn't let anything happen to King Jehoshaphat because he kind of had a good record about doing something. This was a mistake he made, okay? I hear Sister Ross always say, your choices bring about consequences. Whatever you decide to do in life, baby, it can follow you. You can do one wrong thing, and that follows you all life. And because people gonna talk. They gonna say things about you that's not true. Don't let it be true. Don't let it be true. Remember, don't let it be true, saints. I don't care what they say about you. Just don't let it be true. And so anyway, God is so awesome that he allowed the arrow to pierce Ahab. Now he got to him under all of that armor. Nobody but Jesus
Nobody.
can do that.
Right.
Do you see? He had on his breastplate and everything, but God allowed that arrow to go right through there and pierce it because He's not going to let His word be a lie.
That's it.
All
That's
right,
it. That's it.
all right. And Micaiah had already said, you're going to die, and all of Israel.
Yeah.
He said, I forgot that part. He said it's the purpose of God,
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
and whatever God say, I believe it. Do you believe it?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
I truly believe.
Yes, he did. And so Jehoshaphat, hoping some of those young ones, teenagers would be here. But that's all right, I'm gonna use this one. Jehoshaphat came back home, but he didn't just walk on in, he snuck in. You know how when mother tell you, don't you go out there and be with that group. You know, and you say, yes, ma'am. But you go anyway. I'm just AJ. But you go anyway. You know, and you think she's not going to hear you or daddy not going to hear you. So you tip on it.
Yeah.
Tip in. And then the light comes on. Mama say, where you been? Where you think you going? You ain't coming in my house this time. Where you been? What you been getting into?
That's right.
And don't lie to me. I can see it in your eyes. I know you. Don't you lie to me.
That's right. That's it.
Oh boy, that's a true thing. So he stuck on in there. But his prophet, Jehu, he had a man of God there for him in Judah. He said, I'm going to put in my words, what are you doing hooking up
That's it.
with an unbeliever?
Come on. Come on.
What are you doing hooking up with somebody that don't love God?
Yeah.
Now you can't run the streets with somebody, ladies, members. We can't hang with somebody that's out on the same road that we're on.
Come on.
We're Christians. We believe in the God. We believe He gonna bring us through. But you gonna be out here with somebody that I'm gonna make it happen to me. I'm not gonna work on the job, but I'm gonna steal. You understand? I'm not gonna wait on this here. I'm gonna fix it for myself. You know? I'm gonna put some drugs here. You know? I'm gonna do that. You know? I'm going on the street so I can get more money.
Yeah.
More money. I mean, this is real life. This is real talk, y'all. This morning. And so anyway, though, Jehu say, God is angry with you, but He's holding in consideration that you did do some good things. But the wrath of God has gone against you. Remember, I told you in the beginning that King Jehoshaphat had a lot of riches and everything, and the people who are afraid of him, because they wouldn't go to war with him. Well, they go into war with him now. Because he didn't have any business going over there with those Ammons, Moabs, and the Edomites. He didn't have anybody going over there. They wasn't after him. But he had a weakness. He liked for people more. You know, if you want more, learn how to be satisfied with what God gives you. If your mother were only able to give you 2 toys or whatever, a device, let me say it that way, past toys, device, then be satisfied with that. Don't worry about the next person. Addison got, what you call him, what. Don't worry about what Addison had. Cameron, don't worry about, Caleb, don't worry about it, D. You understand? Just accept what God has given you. Be satisfied with what's there. He said, you can have a little. Now I'm getting this messed up, and God will bless you with a whole lot.
That's right. That's right.
Help me out there, evangelist. So anyway, though, he went and then somebody else came in this in his camp and said, I see a multitude of people coming.
That's it.
Now, remember Jehoshaphat, yes, we can go with you, we can do whatever. I'm as you and my people are as you. So, now, who can he call on? Ahab did.
Right.
So he can't call on back. So he has to call on God.
That's it.
So he says, Jehu said, they coming after you. And so he called all the people. We're getting ready to go on a fast. He called all of the people together. And they stood in the front of their temple, their church.
Right.
And he began to pray.
Come on.
Oh Lord, he said, it's a great multitude coming after us.
Yeah.
I don't know why they coming, you understand? But I know we can't handle it.
Come on.
He's scared. The scripture said he was scared.
Yeah.
Come get us, oh God, you got to come here. Stop them from coming to get us.
Right.
We can't handle them.
Yeah.
And so, somebody hollers out in the audience and said, God said the battle is not yours, it's the Lord. That's another sermon, okay? But the thing is, they could rest in that fact that God was going to take care of them. He was going to see them too. But you can't love the world and the things of the world. But John tells us that. You can't love the things of the world. If you love the world, and then the love of the Father is not in you. We're just pilgrims traveling through, right? We're not going to be here forever. And so we need to build our hope on things what? Eternal. Yeah. And then hold to God's unchanging hand. Believers and unbelievers have different values. They have different commitments. They got to be on the same road. Because James said, that James 4:4 said, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. So I'm going to acknowledge to you all this morning, when the enemy comes, it's a good thing to pray. When the enemy gets on your trail, you have to pray. Sometimes we don't know where they are. So it say pray in season and pray out of season. You can't give up on that. You got to put your whole armor on every morning that you step out. Because I don't know what's ahead of me. He got a trap set for me. But how many of you know that if you dig one ditch, you got to dig two? Because that trap, like Ahab, was for him. He dug it for King Jehoshaphat, but it was for him. They can envy you all they want to, but all they doing is heaping coals of fire on their head, as Mama used to say. They can't do anything. Only with God that you can do something. And I want you to pray. Put your faith in God. Put your faith in the man that created the heavens and the earth. Put your faith in the man that parted the Red Sea. Put your faith in the man that raised the dead, made the dumb to talk. Put your faith in him and pray to the Father, which is in heaven. Because he said in 2 Chronicles, 7:14, if my people, who are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, seek my face, then what I hear from heaven, forgive their sins and heal the land. That's all they're going to do. So when you get ready to pray, suppose children, you say, I can't pray. Or suppose adults, you say, I can't pray. Well, it tells us in Matthew, you say, our Father, which art in heaven. Come on, hallowed be, come on, say it with me, thy name, thy kingdom come, pray to it, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You pray to him, pray to the Father, that he lead you not into temptation. Pray to him that he bring you up out of the muck and miry clay. Pray to him that he'll heal you. Pray to him that he will heal the land. Because God don't want you to be aware of the hookup. He wants you to be aware of the company that you keep. He wants you to be aware of the partnership. Pray to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Yes, ma'am.
Watch your partnership. The doors of the church are now open.
All right.
But it's for us as well.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and join our online Christian family. Tithes, offerings, and donations can be made via Cash App at $TVMBC or by mail at True Vine Missionary Baptist Church, 1407 Grove Street, Houston, Texas 77020. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.